Westward expansion and manifest destiny were pivotal in shaping the political, economic, and social landscape of the United States. Manifest destiny was the 19th century doctrine that posited the belief that the expansion of the U.S. across the North American continent was both justified and inevitable. This ideology was fueled by a sense of American superiority and a desire to spread democracy and capitalism, underpinning the westward expansion movement. The significance of this concept lies in its profound impact on the nation's development. Politically, it led to the acquisition of vast territories, reshaping the nation's borders and increasing its influence. Economically, it opened up new lands for agriculture and resource exploitation, driving economic growth and innovation. Socially, it fostered a spirit of adventure and individualism, but also exacerbated native displacement and slavery debates. A prime example of this expansion in action was the Louisiana Purchase in 1803. This acquisition doubled the size of the U.S., providing vast tracts of land for settlement and agriculture, significantly boosting the nation's economic potential. Another milestone was the completion of the Transcontinental Railroad in 1869, which revolutionized transportation, allowing for the movement of goods and people across great distances, thus unifying the nation and facilitating trade and migration. Supporters of manifest destiny, including politicians and influential citizens, argued that expansion was essential for economic progress and securing American interests. They believed that it was the nation's destiny to civilize and cultivate the continent. However, these beliefs were not without controversy. The doctrine led to significant challenges, including the forceful removal of Native American populations, as seen in the Trail of Tears, and the intensification of the slavery debate with new states entering the Union. Critics of manifest destiny, such as abolitionists and some Native American groups, viewed it as an aggressive, imperialist policy that legitimized the subjugation and displacement of indigenous peoples and perpetuated the institution of slavery. The concept of westward expansion and manifest destiny intricately links to other aspects of the nation's development. The drive for land acquisition influenced political decisions, such as the U.S. Mexican War, and fueled economic innovations, like the development of the railway system. Socially, it contributed to the diverse cultural mosaic of the United States as different groups migrated westward. Ultimately, while manifest destiny and westward expansion encouraged growth and progress, they also instigated conflicts and ethical debates that continue to resonate in contemporary discussions about the nation's history and identity. The concept of key events, the Louisiana Purchase and beyond, refers to pivotal moments in American history that significantly influenced the political, economic, and social development of the nation during westward expansion. Louisiana Purchase, finalized in 1803, was a monumental land acquisition in which the United States bought approximately 827,000 square miles of territory from France, effectively doubling the size of the nation. This acquisition set the stage for further westward expansion, fueling the ideology of manifest destiny, the belief that the U.S. was destined to expand across the North American continent. The significance of the Louisiana Purchase and subsequent events lies in their profound impact on transforming the nation. Politically, it increased power and influence, while economically it provided vast resources and land for agriculture, contributing to the country's growth. Socially, it encouraged migration and settlement, reshaping American demographics and cultures. This expansion facilitated the creation of the Transcontinental Railroad, which connected the eastern and western parts of the country, revolutionizing transportation and commerce by making the movement of goods and people faster and more efficient. Real-world examples further illustrate these points. The Lewis and Clark expedition, commissioned to explore the newly acquired territory, provided crucial information about the geography, resources, and native peoples, aiding future settlement and trade. Another significant event was the acquisition of territories like Texas, which after its independence from Mexico became part of the U.S. in 1840, expanding American influence even further. Supporters of westward expansion often emphasized the economic benefits and the opportunity for American settlers to own land and prosper. However, the era was not without challenges and controversies. Expansion led to conflicts with Native American populations, resulting in forced relocations and cultural devastation. Additionally, events like the U.S.-Mexican War and debates over the extension of slavery into new territories heightened national tensions, contributing to the eventual outbreak of the American Civil War. The Louisiana Purchase and subsequent expansion events are intrinsically connected to other aspects of westward expansion. They influence settlement patterns, with geography and technology playing crucial roles in determining where people moved and how regions developed. They also illuminated the stark contrasts in visions for the nation, as differing views on slavery and American identity came to the forefront. Overall, these key events were catalysts that transformed the United States in multifaceted ways, shaping its trajectory toward becoming a more powerful and diverse nation. Economic transformation through westward expansion refers to the significant changes in the United States' economic landscape as the nation extended its borders across the continent. This transformation was driven by the belief in manifest destiny, which justified the expansion from the Atlantic to the Pacific and spurred various economic activities. The significance of this transformation lies in its profound impact on national development, reshaping the U.S. into a burgeoning economic power by fostering industry, agriculture, and infrastructure. One notable example of this transformation is the Louisiana Purchase in 1803, which doubled the size of the United States and opened vast tracts of land for settlement and cultivation. This acquisition provided fertile ground for agriculture, particularly the booming cotton industry, which became the backbone of the Southern economy. The expansion of cotton cultivation reinforced the institution of slavery, tying the economy to this controversial and divisive practice. Similarly, the California Gold Rush of 1849 serves as another example, attracting a massive influx of settlers seeking wealth and leading to the rapid development of a robust economy in the West. This influx spurred the growth of businesses, transportation networks, and communities, significantly contributing to the nation's economic diversity and strength. Many believe that westward expansion was vital in transforming the U.S. into an economic powerhouse. It facilitated industrial growth by providing raw materials and opening new markets. Innovations like the Transcontinental Railroad further exemplify this point, as they connected isolated regions, facilitated trade, and made the movement of goods and people more efficient. However, this economic transformation was not without challenges and controversies. The expansion often resulted in the displacement and suffering of indigenous populations, leading to complex socio-political tensions. Additionally, debates over the expansion of slavery into new territories created significant rifts, foreshadowing the Civil War. Economically, westward expansion influenced other aspects of national development, such as political and social dynamics. It prompted significant policy decisions, including land distribution laws like the Homestead Act, and fueled political debates about states' rights and federal power. Socially, it contributed to the migration and mingling of diverse cultural groups, reshaping the demographic landscape of the nation. Ultimately, the economic transformation through westward expansion was a catalyst for the United States' evolution into a complex, multifaceted society, highlighting both the opportunities and challenges of growth. Westward expansion and its effects on the social fabric and settlement patterns of the United States are fundamental to understanding the nation's development. The concept of social impact in this context refers to the changes in the demographics, culture, and community structures that emerged as settlers moved westward. Settlement patterns describe how populations spread across the Western territories, influenced by natural geography, available technology, and economic opportunities. This was a transformative period where the lure of abundant land and resources drove a massive migration, reshaping the American landscape and society. The significance of westward expansion's social impact lies in its role in creating a more diverse society and facilitating urban development. As settlers moved west, they brought with them different cultures, customs, and traditions, contributing to a melting pot of ideas and social practices. This diversity was particularly evident in burgeoning frontier towns, which became melting pots of culture and innovation. The settlement patterns also exemplified the rugged individualism and pioneering spirit that came to define the American ethos. Two key examples highlight these dynamics. First, the California Gold Rush of 1849 not only attracted thousands of prospectors from the eastern U.S., but also drew a significant number of immigrants from around the world, particularly from China and Latin America. This influx led to multicultural communities and significant cultural exchange, although it also resulted in racial tensions and competition for resources. Second, the construction of the Transcontinental Railroad greatly influenced settlement patterns by connecting the coasts and enabling faster, easier migration. Towns and cities quickly developed along the rail lines, fostering economic growth and creating new social hubs. Opinions supporting the positive social impact of westward expansion emphasize its role in spreading democracy and innovation. Prominent thinkers argue that the opportunity for a fresh start encouraged social mobility and the pursuit of the American dream. However, challenges and controversies are often highlighted, such as the displacement of Native American tribes, whose lands and way of life were irrevocably altered. Critics also point out that the promise of freedom and opportunity was not extended to all, particularly enslaved people and other marginalized groups. The social impacts and settlement patterns of westward expansion are intrinsically linked to the broader political and economic changes of the period. They influence debates over statehood, the balance of power between free and slave states, and the economic integration of new territories. As such, understanding these social dynamics provides a richer context for the political and economic transformations that defined the nation during this era.